Hi, thanks for stopping by. Today we are so excited to present to you a tomato soup that's actually still considered raw on this journey to reverse type 2 diabetes. We're going to be using 6 Roma tomatoes, and so these tomatoes are beautiful tomatoes. I've cut the little tips off of them, but I like the tomatoes because there are over 10,000 phytonutrients in the tomatoes, and we've only just started to figure out what some of them are. We don't even know where all of them are or what all of them are. We've isolated lycopene. We know there's vitamin C in it, and we know that lycopene is good for men's health, but there's so much more that we don't know, and I'm sure there's going to be more that science learns that catches up to what's actually going on in this little special vegetable fruit. If you want to hear or see how we're doing this tomato basil soup that's still raw, then I want you to stick around. Can cause a toxic buildup, and that's something that's a core, right? Let's reverse it. Hi, I'm Dr. Helen. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today, as you heard, we're going to be making a tomato basil soup. And so we're going to start this base off with fresh tomatoes. I have 6 Roma tomatoes. I have fresh basil, and the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons, but I love basil, so I'm just going to put a nice little piece in there. We're going to use some cashews, and this just adds some creaminess to the soup, and some fresh oregano. I'm just going to put just a taste because it just kind of gives us a little bit of a different flavor with the oregano and the basil combined. And I love using basil because basil looks like one of the things that helps to neutralize your blood sugars so that we can kind of stabilize those. I have some nutritional yeast flakes, and then an optional ingredient is smoked paprika. I put in the smoky chipotle paprika that's going to give it just a little bit of a kick, and it's going to intensify the redness of the tomatoes. For more recipes and this one, please see my book, Reverse It, and you'll see all of the ingredients, and you'll get some other information about some of the foods that we're using and things of that nature, because it's just exciting. So here we go. We're going to start with our base of tomatoes, and I'm going to just drop them in because this is like, I don't have to cut them up. I can just put the tomatoes in there. I have 1 large garlic clove. I'm going to put in just a few leaves of the oregano, pop it in that 1/4 cup of cashews, a handful of basil. I'm a little freer with the basil. And then the seasonings that we have here, nutritional yeast flakes and the smoked paprika, smoked chipotle paprika. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of water to get it going. And if I want it to be thicker or thinner, I can put more water in it if I want it to be thinner, et cetera, et cetera. So we're doing it like this. And we will blend. Have our finished product. I've put a little bit of cream sauce from the cheese sauce that we made. If you don't have that or the recipe, we can link that below, but I'd love for you to take a look at the video where we actually made the cheese sauce, and that's on the kale chips video, but we put a little bit of that cheese sauce on it just to give it a little beauty and little kind of make the aesthetics, make it more like you really want to enjoy this. And then we put a fresh basil leaf, knowing that this will keep your blood pressure under good control and your blood sugars will be under good control as well. So enjoy it. I've invited my sister to come over and take it a try or give it a try. And her name is Anita. Anita, why don't you come on over and have some?
Sure.
Now this one's yours. Isn't that pretty?
That looks good.
All right, so let's try it.
This is tomato soup.
This is tomato soup, and I put a little bit of the cheese sauce on it, and I just garnished it with some fresh basil.
Okay.
Okay. Can't you taste the garlic?
That really is good. With no salt.
With no salt.
Wow, I like that. Very satisfying.
It's satisfying, and it's warm going down, isn't it? So you invite your guest over and have them enjoy your tomato soup with you. It's actually delicious. Enjoy it. Now I want you to live life by choice, and I want you to make it a healthy day. Enjoy.